Name is Bilal Baig. I'm the technical director for Mediterranean, Middle East, and Africa. I'm multiple words for GITEX. The excitement, the vibe, the people, the partners, the customers, the environment, everything comes together in GITEX. One of the largest events in the world, and especially if you see this year, they have put a dedicated cyber valley. So it shows you the importance of cybersecurity, right? So GITEX is always amazing for us. We've been taking part in GITEX for more than a decade, and every year, we think that this year is good, but every year they outsmart everybody and making new things, right? So definitely this year is the same. If you look at purely for the number side, right? Uh, we logged in our region in excess of 500 million threats. If you look on the financial side, over here we are talking about UAE from 500 million to $1 billion. In Saudi from $3 to $6 billion market approach. And when you look at the cyber security in particular, right, you see that there are trends happening because we are in the forefront of AI as well. AI vision of 2031, right, for economic development, 2030 vision for Saudi Arabia. So when there's so much focus on these new technologies, you can imagine that there is the similar level of threat from the AI which comes with it as well, right? So the dynamics of these futuristic attacks with the AI augmented are also happening in the region as well, right? Because as the transformation of technology is happening, the region, cyber criminals are doing the same as well. I will answer it in two parts, right? One part is, AI came into the picture because of Chat GPT and all this, but we have been using machine learning for quite some time. But the advent of the transformation, especially with the AI solutions, you can think of it two parts: AI for security and security for AI as well. Okay. Now, when you look at the security for AI, how do you secure these AI models? Okay, what is the input going in, whether it gets corrupted or whether the output data is coming valid. So there's one part. And and AI for security and security for AI is also how the companies are using AI in their dynamics. With respect to Trend Micro, we are enforcing both of these, built into DNA. Our solution is an AI augmented one. uh, we have built in two things. One is on the awareness side of the things, where we have a companion which actually able to translate in human language a very complex attack, right? So it gives the awareness part of it, and it tells you that, okay, explain to me this attack vector, and the AI can explain in terms. So you see, this is a human awareness, SOC analyst awareness, or enrichment for the SOC 3 analyst, for example. Second part is, how do you defend in the AI related attacks, correct? The deep fakes which you see, right? Like advanced threats which use phishing attacks which are using AI. So the same kind of technology we are building into the platform, we are able to predict. So the one very, very amazing thing we are doing is, uh, now using the help of AI augmentation, we are going to able to predict the attack which is going to happen, right? Not just attack, but multiple attack vectors in an environment that this is a highly likely attack scenario for you. This is one attack path, this is second attack path, and this is third attack path. That gets translated into risk. So you are able to mitigate the risk using the AI prediction, right? So this is looking at the next generation of AI, where you are doing the detection and response, but now you are able to even predict the attacks which are going to happen. Absolutely. Uh, I mentioned earlier about the companion part, right? Meaning that analyst which is new in the field and trying to learn the cyber security in and out, the companion can give it a lot of contextualized and information to the person, right? So you are in the platform, you ask the question and it will explain to you in detail. That's one part. Second part, what we have built in is a full cybersecurity awareness programming into the platform itself, which means that, let's say, your employee clicked on a phishing email, okay, you can actually target that employee and give them a phishing awareness session through the platform, correct? So what you're doing is you're increasing the awareness of the people on the cybersecurity attacks. How to, for example, let's talk about deepfakes. How do you detect deepfakes? One is through technology, one is through awareness. Technology will take care of it, awareness will take care of it. How do you even find these deepfakes attack as well? So the platform now has a built-in awareness module in it, where we are going to do a bite-sized information or give you the awareness on cybersecurity domain itself, the major attacks which are happening, and how do you train your teams which have no idea about cybersecurity. No, well, it is. I think the market is on fire. The good thing is the adoption of these new technologies when it come in, especially when you are in a region which is on a higher growth of technology and higher spending on cyber security technologies as well. They are acceptable to these new technologies and they're willing to use it, right? Once you show them the value of AI augmented platform, and you are bringing future insights to nowadays, right? So it becomes a very, very easier way of approaching a customer, and they love it as well. I'll give you an example. In earlier days, the SOC was a function which is still a function where you have a 10 people and they are doing the investigation, threat hunting, and they're able to predict and whatnot. What we're doing is we're bringing those level of insight to a normal enterprise which doesn't have a SOC, right? So they have the same level of, let's say, maturity which a full-fledged SOC can provide as well. So yeah, so definitely, the market is responding well to these kind of technologies. It is not about it will help us; it is already there, right? So in the SME segment, the platform which we are building is we're building it as a concept across the board, right? For example, remember I talked about the deepfakes earlier. So we started with the consumer, so you have it in your phone if there is a deepfake detected, right? So you see the consumer space, we have it in enterprise. Same is in the SME space as well. The AI is going to be built in the platform for SMEs as well, right? Interesting question. I wish I had a crystal ball for that. But I think more and more leveraging on the AI part, right? Looking at attacks, advanced attacks generated through AI. How do you leverage these big models of AI within the organizations? How the data leakage can happen across the organizations as well. Uh, and to be honest, how the cyber crime is going to evolve is the same as how AI is evolving very, very fast, rapidly, right? The future of cyber crime and cyber technology will go hand in hand because they will use the AI as well, and the defenders will use the AI as well. But you will see in the next, not even 5 years, like in the next 1 or 2 years, everything related to the cyber technology will be helped through a lot through the AI as well, especially on the sea level, right? So the one things for them is talking about the risk, right? How do you measure the risk and how do you mitigate the risk? So let's take that a step backward. How do you navigate or mitigate the risk is through what is your attack surface, okay? And what is the risk matrix? So attack surface risk management, ASRM. How do you define and work on the ASRM? And that defines into the risk, and that risk is what the CISOs and C levels are looking at. So what we do is we are able to quantify the risk for the C suite to make a better determination how strong is the security posture within the environment and how they can mitigate the risk. That's very, very important. Second one is looking at what is the future attack predictions they can do to make sure that they're able to cover that risk, right? So these are the two major factors the C level will look at, because they are in turn going to the board and do their findings. So what we're doing is looking at the attack surface risk management and looking at the risk together for the C level, for them to make a determination on their enterprise or on or any functions they're doing, so they make a better decision on the cybersecurity. Thank you.